All right, guys, doing a Raptor liner on my 2021 Ram Powerwagon 75th Anniversary Edition. Some might wonder why I'm doing a Raptor liner on such a nice and expensive truck. I live in the Rocky Mountains. I live on a road, a dirt mountain road. It's a few miles, about 4 miles, that I have to travel on every single day to work. So I can wash my truck, and in one day it looks like this. So I'm doing it in the Mojave Sand, which is a Chrysler color from 2015 to 2018, I believe. And I'm going to do black on the bottom, and kind of a classic Power Wagon look with the black on the bottom, and then the Mojave Sand on the body. I'm also on the trail quite often, use this recovery vehicle, recovering four-wheel drives, ATVs, this and that for my business. So I'm constantly on, this truck is, that's why I have a Power Wagon, has front and rear locker, sway bar disconnects. I'm on some pretty nasty four-wheel drive roads a lot of the time, recovering vehicles, and I get in those tight trees and I get all kinds of pinstriping, and I pretty much don't have any clear coat left on most sides of this truck, most areas of the truck, just from trying to get that pinstriping out of there. And so now it's time to just put some a durable coat on this thing that can hold up. So that's why I'm doing it. So I'll tell you the stuff I got. You'll see videos online of people saying, you know, 300 bucks. You know, yeah, I mean, if you're just going to do some old Jeep, old vehicle you got laying around, you just want to shoot it real quick, you know, yeah, sure, you can spend 300 bucks. But if you want to do it right, and you're going to do a vehicle that might be a little bit more expensive, or you know, you want it to look really, really good and be done right, it's going to cost you a little bit more money than 300 bucks. Now, personally, I chose to go to my local auto body paint store and get the supplies, and I'm going to spend a little bit more money there, but I'm spending my money with local people, and I like to support small businesses, and these guys know what they're doing, and they really help me out a lot. Because matching the paint, so what I'm going to be doing on this, and I'll film some of this along the way here, I'm going to be doing the door jambs. As you said, I've already sanded here. I'm going to do the door jambs with auto body spray paint that they mixed up especially for me, that will match the Mojave Sand tint that I got from them, and for the body. And then I of course have the black down here along this line. And so those are the three different paints I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to do the door jambs first, because I'm not, you know, that paint is supposed to match up pretty good. It's supposed to be perfect, but I'm just trying to be safe. So I'm going to do the door jambs first, and then I'm going to do this black line down at the bottom, and then I'm going to do the body. So I'll show you what supplies I got here, so you have an idea what you need to get if you're going to do this the right way. Obviously I have various tape, paper, I have plastic up on the shelf up there. There's a gun that comes with the kit, pressure gauge, or valve there, lacquer thinner so I can clean out the gun, every 2 quarts of this stuff of the Raptor so it doesn't get gummed up. I have my tint that they mixed up for me, the Mojave Sand color tint, just 4.1 ounces per bottle there. So I have the clear coat, which I'm going to use on the paint. There we go. For the paint here. So you just pull this red cap off, put it on the bottom, smack it, shake it up real good, get that hardener released in there. And that's my Mojave Sand paint for the door jambs. The clear coat. What is this stuff? Self-etching primer filler. So I have hit, in sanding, I have hit some bare metal. So that's what I'm going to use that for. Adhesion promoter for some of the plastic flares, which I'm going to shoot. I took off all the decals, so I have some new adhesive for putting the decals back on. Mixing cup, mold killer, you don't need that there. And of course the Oh, I got some chamois there. Some wax grease remover, so once I'm all sanded, I'll be doing that to the whole body. I have 3 kits of tintable. I didn't want to run out. I bought a little bit more than I should have. I probably only needed 2 of these, but I don't want to run out in the middle of doing this. I want to get a consistent, nice coat with no tiger striping. Everything looks good. So I bought 3 kits. It's a bit more than I wanted to, but it's not a cheap truck. I don't want it to look like shit. For sanding where I'm at this point, I've spent all my time doing all these little seams. As you can see there, every little seam on the truck. Getting ready to do the rest of the body around the flares. Just been doing all these little spots, door handles, all that. The bed. Just started out. Here's where I'm at. I'm now sanding the body back here, so I just got the tailgate sanded so far. I'm doing 120 grit here. Sometimes I'm doing some 80 depending, but I think 80, 120 grits is just fine for that. In the door jambs, I did a 400 grit wet sand on it. You can see I still have some touching up to do here because I have some paint still, some clear coat still showing here. So that's what I've done there. And hey guys, back again here. So taped it off, Raptored the lower black portion and the fender flares. Turn the camera around and show you what I got and how I did it. So taped it off like this. Of course, the whole body is sanded now. And before I just started doing any painting here, that's how I taped it off. I shot it at 40 psi on the so 40 psi. Went 4 turns out using the Pro gun. Read enough reviews about that Pro gun that it was kind of a no-brainer that I had to go with that instead of the gun that comes with the kit. And that was pretty nice. Did give me a good consistent spray, I think. So I just shot this 15 minutes ago, so it's still wet. But I'll kind of try and get a little bit of a close-up when I clean my lens here. So you can see what I got. I shot it from about 18 inches out. And hitting this stuff up here, I kind of came, you know, shooting down at it. One consistent spray all the way around and then back. Try and do consistent sprays rather than just blasting it with the trigger. I'll give you an idea what it looks like here. Sorry, the lighting's a little screwy and that paper is giving a shine to it. These fender flares were a little roughed up before, but there's the black, and I followed this line. I'm getting ready to pull some tape, so let me go to the other side. I already pulled tape. I'm supposed to pull tape within 30 minutes, so this is the line I'm following. And of course this is going to be the Mojave sand from there and up. And I did the these little steps I have here, these little rock rail steps. Well, is that it? I used just for the bottom all the way around, excuse me, here, up in there, around there, didn't separate the body, and so that's what I got there. Or I did separate the bed, I'm sorry. Had an old plank I had milled on my Alaskan saw. It was warped and everything, so I used that to practice on. Tried a couple of different settings with the gun and the pressure, and I like that 40 psi and 4 turns out the best. Shot my 75th anniversary edition badges, shot my Ram thing here, used the adhesion promoter. Of course I did the degreaser, wax and grease remover before I shot it, and on the plastic parts used an adhesion promoter, squirted that. Anytime I hit bare metal, I used a self-etching primer, let that dry before I shot it. So yeah, that's what I got. These things were pretty rough. I've smacked into a few trees, so I'm pretty pleased with the way that turned out, as rough as those damn things were. Yeah, that's what I got so far. Next step, I'm gonna pull this tape, and then I'm gonna do the I'm gonna let it dry, of course, and then I'm gonna do door jambs with the Mojave sand spray paint and clear coat, and then last step, I'm gonna come in and shoot the body. All right, dudes, so now it's time for mixing this stuff up. So I have the tenable base. I got 2 kits up here. I got a third over here just in case I need it. So I got a buddy that's going to do one too. So I have leftover. It's for him. You get your tenable base. You got your hardener. Comes with a measuring cup. 8 ounces of hardener per liter. So 8 ounces in one of these. And the tint I got from an auto paint supply store doing the Mojave sand, so they also mixed up my my spray here for door jambs to match the tintable base that's going to go in here. And I'm doing it's like just under 4 ounces. They put a line on there for me that was specific so that it would match the spray for the door jambs. That's what I got here, and I am using the Pro gun set to 40 psi, 4 turns out on the nozzle, and gonna mix up one, start spraying, come back, mix up a second, continue spraying, and come back. I'm going to dip this in this lacquer thinner, clean it out. It might start getting a little gummy at that point, and I want to get a consistent spray. So I'll clean that out. Then I'm going to mix up another one, go out there, spray a little bit, just make sure all that lacquer thinner is out of the gun. And then I'm going to start shooting the truck again, and I'll do 2 more bottles, and then come back, clean the gun again, and step into more. Alright, so here it is, it's all coated, still wet. I ended up using 7 bottles all total, so not quite 2 kits to do it all, and I did a 50% overspray. Like I say, it's still wet, but I'm going to try and get in here and let you see what I got. So I fucked up. I did the top first, the back and the top first, because I didn't want to drag the hose over something I had already shot, like if I did the tailgate, worked around. So I did the back, window area, and the top first. And then I started shooting along the side here, like a dumbass, before I did the hood. So once I started doing the hood, guess what I did? Rubbed the hose right over the shit. So, jackass move, I fucked up, but so I'm just gonna let this thing dry. Then I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna sand this and reshoot this. So, but otherwise, turned out pretty good. When you're pointing down at something like that, you might want to clean your bottle off, make sure that nothing's gonna leak out of it, there's no extra paint on your gun or something like that. Because I did get a couple of dribbles, and see, I got a little bit of something that it's kind of there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I don't really know if I don't even want to dab it out. I'll just cut it off with a damn razor blade, whatever the hell that thing is. But otherwise, pretty good. I will I'm going to start pulling tape now, as you're supposed to do within 30 minutes of it. So I'm going to finish my smoke and pull some tape. All right, guys, finished product here. Bouncy house is coming down. Apologize, the bottom is a little dirty. I did the bottom part in the flares last week, and the rest of the body today. She's now dry, and well, she's been dry for a couple hours now, a few hours. But show you a little bit more on the coat here. Once I got it out in the sunlight here, I didn't have any tiger striping going on. Again, I apologize, the bottom's dirty. I want to show you the door jambs. And sorry, my truck's pretty filthy inside. But yeah, a couple of sheds we found this year. Took them up for an Elk Fest show. But yeah, here's the door jambs I shot with the auto paint that matches to the I had the paint store do the auto body paint store do a matching color for the regular auto paint and the tint for the Raptor, and you can see that that color matches perfect, which is what I was hoping for. I mean, obviously you can see a difference in the texture, but again, I did the door jambs first, so I got a little bit of overspray, and so I can make that transition fairly nice. That way my seals here would seal up and not leak with water and air and whatnot. So that worked out pretty good. Shot the handles, obviously, and everything still functions as it should. I have the Ram box, so it was a bit of a chore to get those little push buttons all good to go, so they weren't getting stuck. And yeah, I think it came out pretty good. I still have to put my Powerwagon emblems back on. I'll do that later. And of course, there's my mistake, which I'm gonna wait for this to dry for probably a week, and I'm gonna come in and mask this area off and sand that down and reshoot that bonehead move there. And obviously I'll wait a few days and I'm gonna power wash it and make it all look nice in there. But this is what my truck looks like after just a couple of days of living up here in the mountains and doing recoveries. I had this sucker out for recovery just day before I shot this, yesterday before I shot this. So now that I'm looking at it here a little better, I see a bit of an issue right down here, and this is where I laid her on pretty thick because I rubbed that off and then coated it again, just trying to see if that would fix my mistake. So obviously I'm going to take and sand down a pretty large area here and reshoot that and try and fade that in better, because you can definitely see where it's shinier there from all that thickness I put on. So yeah, there's that. But I don't know if I have any tips or tricks for you. I think I've mentioned everything in this video. Obviously do your tops first so you don't end up with a bonehead move like that. And the more time you spend taping, the better your job is going to look. You know, on these newer vehicles, you have all these rubber seals everywhere. And of course I had to tape inside, outside, and all that stuff. And this is probably my biggest screw up here, you know, stuff like that, which I'll take care of with the razor blade. But otherwise, a little bit more here. I'll get some of that, you know, just details, little small details that I want to take care of. So I hope this video helps. Again, going back to what I believe I said in the video, beginning of this video, I'm going to edit some stuff together. I got all my stuff from an auto body paint supply store, locally owned. They have a lot of knowledge. Obviously did an awesome job. matching the tone of my paint. So if anybody wants to know, that's Ed's Auto Body Paint Supply, Auto Body Paint Supply in Loveland, Colorado. I don't know if they ship, but they know their stuff. They matched up some really good paint. I'm really happy with that. I spent a little bit more money. I bought all the kits from them, all the supplies from them. I spent more money than I would have buying this stuff on Amazon, but I gave my money to a locally owned business who appreciates my business. I'm a small business owner, and I appreciate the business that people give to me, and I'm willing to do that for others, and that's why I went with them rather than Amazon. Paid a little bit more money, but I got a lot of knowledge out of them, and I got a higher quality product out of them, so I really appreciate that. They helped me out with also picking out good tape, and this is the first time I've ever done a paint job, aside from a 67 Mustang I rattle canned back in 1987 when I was an idiot, but I have never done a paint on a vehicle before, so this is my first round, so I needed that knowledge for myself, firsthand, years of experience knowledge, rather than just on YouTube like you guys are looking at right now, a guy who's never done it before giving you tips. So just a suggestion for you. Anyway, I hope this video helps everybody out. Have a good day.